Namaste everyone. This is going to be a rather short video about synchronicities and communication. So what I have found in my experience, because for about the last 2 or so years I've experienced what I understand to be telepathy, which is simply the thoughts of other people whose minds are not my own coming through into my mind, and then I verifying or confirming in some way with them the feeling, the time, or the message. And it's not always at that exact time that they were thinking this exact phrase and I heard it, but it did resonate with what they were thinking about me at some point, and so I accessed their mind field. And this video is not about telepathy, but telepathy is simply communication, as Rushdie Bazaar would say, that we're all experiencing telepathy when we talk to each other. It's the transmission of one person's ideas to another. What most people are thinking of is silent telepathy, or telepathy without speaking. And this, in my experience, is very similar to synchronicity, which would be the co-occurring of events in some kind of intuitive alignment, or according to intuition, or that you saw it happening ahead of time. That there's some kind of co-occurrence of events that seem to be synergistic, and so it's like, oh, this is highly synchronous. Something different than a deja vu, something different than lucky, and although maybe not. And they might be a single occurrence, and these are different words to put a frame on it, a different perspective to see the same event. Is it synchronous? Is it lucky? Is it accident? Is another frame to put on it. And accident is a concept that comes out of not understanding that everything in the universe adheres to cause and effect. Everything, all phenomenon adhere to cause and effect. Therefore, everything that's occurring is the effect of a prior cause. A lot of times we don't see those causes because they're outside of our field of observation. Maybe they happened before we were born. For example, you might be born into cultural conditions and you didn't vote for those laws, but those are the effect of a cause from before you. And so those are obvious, but you got to understand, it's just like an iceberg. Most of the effects you're not seeing. You're only seeing a little bit that you can comprehend, like laws or cultural norms, religions, so on. Most of the effects that are affecting your life are caused by things that you're not aware of. You're not even aware that they're affecting your life. And so the tendency to call things an accident, anything an accident, is simply just not understanding that it was the effect of a cause. Okay, so the yogis have a term for this kind of collectivized or an aggregated, it's a word to describe the aggregation of all these cause and effects. And it's called Maya, which is illusion. It roughly translates to illusion. So the veil of reality, as we perceive our own life, the context of who we are, what we're doing, who we're being, what our goals are in the context of our family and our environment, our job, and all the people around us, the environment around us. That context sometimes gets lost in obscurity. It's too much. There's too much going on. I'm just trying to be my own person, and yeah, cause and effect is going on, but if we don't pay attention that we're always in the web, it's almost like a cobweb, a spider web of cause and effect, then we will naturally slip back into a state of mind of thinking things are accidents. It's not an accident. Nothing is an accident. And to facilitate awareness of this and to facilitate its occurrence, because synchronicities tend to be very pleasurable. I don't know that I've ever come to the realization that, oh, this is a highly synchronous moment, when it was like, shit. Maybe it's just, I don't want to. But usually synchronous moments, they feel really good. They're really pleasurable moments. So it's desirable to have more of those. 2 things will increase synchronous moments: meditation, communication. There are people that experience a great deal of synchronicity in their life, meaning moment to moment to moment, they might have several moments of thinking to themselves, wow, this is a synchronous moment, several times in a day. They tend to do these 2 things, or at least do one of them a lot. So people that meditate a lot will experience, and actually one of them that I'm thinking of, Frank White, just sent me a message right now. And the more you meditate, you tune your mind into the subtle ripples of Maya, Maya is adhering to cause and effect. It's not complicated, it's complex, but it's very, very simple. It's cause and effect. Everything's cause and effect. And there's just so many variables in the world that there's so many, so it's hard to see through it. So stop trying to see through it and just locate yourself. When you locate yourself, the things around you, you start to see crosses, meaning cause and effects that are crossing paths with each other. And these are synchronous moments. That's what wow, that was a really good definition of a synchronous moment, actually. So the second thing that happens is communication, which is telepathy. That's why I kind of threw that in there. So the more a person communicates, the more synchronous moments they have in their life. Now, communication is not tape recorder. So you have people that maybe they talk a lot, but they're saying the same things over and over. They're not growing. You must change. You must expand into new horizons, try new things, new words, new language patterns, new tonalities, new emotions, new people, new information, in a new way, from a new context in your own life. And as you expand into areas of communicating, areas of telepathy, areas of mind that you weren't prior, you will experience more synchronicities. So people that communicate a lot in a very growth-oriented fashion tend to experience lots of synchronicities. So if you're interested in the science of effective communication and meditation, which is simply, meditation is communication with a single thought form. That thought form could be your own physical body, as in Hatha Yoga. It could be a deity, as in Bhakti Yoga, a devotional science. It could be a great many things. And the practice of meditation is facilitated by the practice of breath control. Because with a disturbed breath, there is a disturbed mind, and it's very hard to focus on a single form if the mind is going here and there. And I'm a master of breath control. So definitely get on the silent flute. That's Mondays, recorded lectures. You go to ninthlimb.com and sign up for that. And the Heart Seal comes out October 1st. If you're interested in shoulder therapy, yoga therapy, and starting to tap into that very calm parasympathetic state of mind so that you can meditate, I highly recommend you check out the Heart Seal. It's only $47 for the first 24 hours. So otherwise, definitely like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.